Hi everyone, I'm Bone Kevitz, knit and crochet designer for one-of-a-kind makers who dare to be original. And another beautiful Saturday. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to find me. Hopefully some people will join today. So this doesn't become a monologue, but should it be, then it will be. Let me open with a prayer for a minute. Lord, thank you for another amazing hour that I'm going to have to spend with my beautiful creative friends. Thank you for a beautiful Saturday. Thank you for the wonderful weekend. Thank you for the beautiful sun. And thank you for a brand new month in May. For us, we love the clean slates that you give us every single day by your grace, your love and forgiveness. In Jesus' name, amen. Hey, if you're joining, say hi to me. So I'm going to start with a story. If you have any questions, shoot them in. What are you guys all doing this weekend? What are y'all doing? What have you been working on? We're like what, seven weeks in quarantine? We as in you, not me. I do want to say a little prayer because do ask for a prayer because my cousin just got confirmed positive as of yesterday. She's been sick for a week, and she's a nurse and she just got tested on Wednesday and confirmed on Friday. So yesterday. So I'm going to bake her some chocolate chip cookies. They are my famous Toll House chocolate chip cookies that I drop off every Christmas for them. And it's the only thing that I can do. So it's the one thing I will do. So, and she was really happy to hear about that. It's funny. She has no appetite, cough, fever. I think she's on like the turn for the better. But when I said, I'm like, I know you're not eating, but how about me dropping off my famous cookies? And all of a sudden I could see the smile and I could say, I'm not hungry yet, but I may be. So bring them on over. And I just love how I love how food does that. Like she and I are kindred spirits where food does that to us. Food doesn't do it to everybody, but it does do that to us. And I'm grateful that it does it to her because that's my power that I can share with her. So I wanted to tell a story real quick. Oh, allergies. So I saw somebody on Instagram wear a t-shirt that said, "It's just allergies," which I absolutely love because that's me all of April. Like once March hits and I wake up every morning sneezing, blowing my nose, and then throughout the day it like dissipates, But those mornings are rough. And then when you go public, it's even crazier. And you're like trying not to sniffle, trying not to like clear your throat. You can't do anything. It's horrible. It's horrible. So I wanted to say, I heard a story way back, and I heard a story way back. So I don't know the details. So I'm just going to tell my story, and I'll make up some of the like details, but the meat of the story will still be there. And I thought it's fitting for a time like right now. I mean, I think the story is always fitting, but for right now, I think it's even more so. Because I'm always talking about how we fight an invisible enemy. Oh, I just realized that my laptop is not plugged in, so give me a second to plug it in. It's not running low yet, but it will, and then I will forget, and then the screen will go black. And I will wish that I had done it right now. So I'm just going to do it right now first. And I'm going to sit down and I'm going to start my story. Again, if you're joining, say hi. And if you have any questions, post them in the comments. If you're working on anything special, post them in the comments. All right, let me get comfortable. So a while back ago, I heard a story about there's a president from like 50s or 60s or maybe 1800s. I'm not even sure. I love that, right? Did you catch that little detail? Because we don't have presidents in the 1800s. Do we? 17, 18? Oh, we did. Earlier presidents, 1776. Yeah. All right. Never mind then. Don't make me a mean people. So, earlier president, I think it was Eisenhower, maybe Roosevelt, maybe one of those presidents, Truman, maybe. A king gave one of our presidents two, one all white tiger. So all white tiger, and it's like the most majestic being ever, because we usually see, normal orange and brown, stripe tiger, but this one was all white, and it was this pure, gorgeous, tiger that was so rare. But so the president took it and made put it in a zoo. So built a zoo around for this white tiger, and we'll call her Gertrude. I don't remember her name, but we'll call her Gertrude. For some reason, that name has come along. I could have called her Matilda, like my sewing machine, but we'll call her name Gertrude. She's white tiger that was gifted to one of our earlier presidents, and so he built this big zoo for her, so that everybody can come see this gorgeous white tiger. And so in that zoo, all that the tiger would do was walk around the four squares, the four corners of her cage. And she was beautiful. And she just kept, that's all she did, walk the full square around her cage. And years, the zoo became popular. People would come around and see this gorgeous white tiger, and everybody loved her. And then they decided to make a sanctuary for her. So basically knock out the cage, and so they bought the land surrounding it, and they either planted the trees or made the tree, but it basically made it like a sanctuary. So woods, and you know what I mean, so forestry, so that the tiger can roam free and build out her cage. But what was interesting was, once they had done that, built out her sanctuary, expanded her cage, and then knocked out her cage so that she would have this huge area to roam freely from and live out the rest of her lives in that beautiful sanctuary, right? Cage free. And what they found interesting was that for years until her death, that white tiger, Gertrude, as we all call her, all she did was still pace the four corners of the cage. And until she died. So she never got to step outside into the sanctuary. It looked like she had all the freedom in the world, but she just paced the cage size of the four corners, and she spent the rest of her life pacing that invisible cage. And so like I said, I don't remember all the details. I just remember that story, but what it meant. So here is this beautiful, strong, powerful, like loud and majestic being, with all of her vivacious courageous potential, right? Everything that you can imagine. Like, I mean, it's one of the top tier in the animal kingdom, you know, of all the things that it could do. And she just limited herself to an invisible cage that never bothered to explore the sanctuary. Does that sound like anybody? So I was like, so here's this white tiger with all of its potential and never living out its full potential, because all it did was paste that white invisible cage. That's all it knew, because it had all the freedom in the world to step out into the sanctuary, but never did until she died. And it's sad, because let's equivalate that too. So that's like any human who we are created in the image of God to do amazing, miraculous things. We all have gifts, we all have talents, we all have capabilities, we all have this potential to be this amazing human being, to produce these massive works. You know the things that human beings can produce. You're looking through the internet. I had the ability to turn on this little square plastic gadget, you know, with this little round thing, and all of a sudden, and some kind of a magical cloud of, you know, internet, and you get to see me and I get to see you, and we get to interact and we get to do all these fun things, right? As if we were just here in front of each other. Human beings came up with that. You know what I mean? That did not exist. So everything physical that you see here, like, you know, in my clutter studio space, like, humans created that because of the concept that they had in their mind. They imagined it and then they produced it. Just like a beautiful ball of yarn. This is merino, super merino. So I have I am working with Tina from Awenydd, yarn and fiber, and she has just sent me. I just got this gorgeous happy mail. So look at, right. So I don't know if you can tell, but this one is solid, and this one has sparkly shimmers in it. And my camera is making them both blurry, but one is solid and one has a sparkly shimmer to it. And the same thing with this. So sparkly shimmer and then solid. And she's a hand dyer. She just went full time. Thank you, Jesus. Congratulations, Tina. So I'm about to make, so this is a part of her mini collection. So was trying to figure out what I was going to do. I was going to work on a infinity scarf design, but because these are minis, I think I'm going to hold off on that, because I don't think this would be enough to make the infinity that I was envisioning. So what I think I'm going to do with these guys is make the face mask, my face mask pattern for this mini collection of hers. So stay tuned for that. So that's from a sheep that a human decided to figure out how to put fibers in, and then some other human just took the fibers and cleaned it out and spun it to make string, and then some other human decided to mix a bunch of little chemicals and all kinds of goodies to dye it to make it this beautiful, gorgeous hunk of yarn, right? And then another beautiful human is going to, this is where I would come in. Another beautiful human is going to take, I picked the wrong hook. This one in front of me, because this giant size hook is not going to go with this mini, but go with me for the story. Another beautiful human, me, is going to take this stick and spin this string to make a creation like that beautiful Mary scarf, right? humans, potentials of all the things that we can do in the world. But we have to be careful. Like these are just the little steps that get interwoven. But we have to be careful because what we don't want to do is spend our lives in circling an invisible cage, just like that white tiger, and never stepping out into the sanctuary that was built for her, for all of her capabilities and for all of her potential, that she could have ran far, she could have ran fast, she could have done all that, she could have hunted, she could have gathered, she could have created a new space, a new living space for herself. No, she just paced that white invisible cage. And that's what our beliefs are. I equate that cage, that invisible cage, to our beliefs. When we believe something, like Henry Ford says, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you're right. Whatever you think you can, whether you think you can or can't, you're right. Because it is what you believe. You can do what you believe. So if you think you're a slow reader, you're going to read slow. Oh my God, my hair. And if you think the reason why I thought about this story, because I've heard the story years ago, but the reason why I thought about this story now is we're in this quarantine, where we're in this, I can't say the C word on YouTube, but this time right now where we're kind of caging ourselves in, we're kind of muzzling ourselves, we're kind of doing all the things to prevent an invisible enemy from attacking us. And it's keeping us sheltered, it's keeping us restricted, it's keeping us limited, And even though our outside environment looks that way, so because this time is not, we're kind of just still watching where the projections are going. When do you think it'll die down? When will, like all flus and viruses and everything else, where, we know when flu season hits, we know when we get colds, we try not to, we wash our hands, we do all the things that we need to do, and sometimes we still get sick. Sometimes we still, go through the stuff that we work very hard to prevent from going. But it shouldn't stop us from living. It shouldn't stop us from moving, and it shouldn't stop us from pursuing. So I just got done with it was supposed to be a 20-day challenge, but I think it was so successful they moved it to like 23, 24-day challenge, but it just got over with. And it was for all humans to rise up. Like, so they covered entrepreneur, they covered small business, they covered health, they covered finances, they covered all the things to improve yourself, all the ways to up-level yourself in the 7 categories, food, finances, health, is it? I don't even know all the 7. I can't remember. And then I think the other 4 were business related, for entrepreneurs, because of the economy is decimated from this, we need to figure out how to get people back to work and to do all the things. So this is a great time to segue into this. So Navy's, the founder of Galilee Life, the platform that I sell my online shops in, like my patterns and my knit and crochet scarves, Galilee Life. The founder, Navy's, we're very close, and she, Sarah, and I are going to be, I want to make a huge announcement that Monday Morning Motivation is back on Monday in 2 days from now, which happens to be my birthday. So for my birthday, I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. and get ready to jump on live with my two beautiful friends from Galilee Life and talk about all the things that we, what it takes to pursue our dreams, ordinary women trying to do extraordinary things, and what that looks like at 6 a.m. on Monday mornings, Eastern Standard Time. So it's finally back on. Sarah and I had taken the month of April off to just basically reflect, to sleep, to rest, to do all the things, and to digest and process what the world was going through. So we didn't want to add that to that, and so, which was much needed and really grateful for me because I got to sleep a little bit. But we're excited to jump back on, and we've added Navy's into the mix because her voice is so beautiful, and her the way her mind works and her creativity is just astounding. And so I think it's just going to be a beautiful Monday, and I think she's going to be a great addition to our Monday morning motivations. But she had mentioned, so she had just announced that for anybody that's making face masks right now, for anybody that's selling face masks, to come on over and join us at Galilee Life and sell your face mask on Galilee because it is commission free. So basically what that means is if you have face masks to sell, come sell it on Galilee Life and she will not take a penny from your sales. So you can use the platform for free. And that was her way of giving back into what is going on in the world. That was her way of solving this problem because she doesn't make it and she didn't know how to, and financially she wasn't in the, in the position to like donate funds for things. So she thought her best way to do that was to give back to the world and the community by letting the makers keep whatever their hard-earned money is to make the face mask. And so I just totally applaud her. And so I'm just sharing, using my platform to share that information. So if you have face mask and you don't have an online shop, or you have an online shop and you just want another place to sell it, you come to Galilee Life and sell it commission free. Basically, she will not take a penny from your sales, which I don't believe is offered in any other platform unless you have your own website. So, and even if you have your own website, come use that platform and just to get a free word of mouth in there, and it would still be commission free. And if you've never sold anything online and you would like to sell, and you have this beautiful skill to make face masks and everything, and you want to sell, come join us at Galilee Life. We have a Facebook group that we share tips and tricks, and it's a very, very awesome Facebook group of vendors where we share all of our knowledge that we have in selling online, and we support one another in there because we all know what each other is going through as entrepreneurs, as solopreneurs. So, and we kind of handhold and we kind of guide, and we're just a support system, just an added support system for anybody that's not familiar with online marketing. And even if you are, it's always great to be a part of a community like that because we get ideas from one another. I could try something and then Sarah can try something, and all of a sudden, like, whatever works for Sarah might not work for me, or vice versa, or they both work for all of us, or none of it works for one of us, but we both tried it. So that's that. So I'm happy about Monday. I'm excited about that. Not sure about my birthday, but I used to love my birthdays. Like, I used to love, but now that I'm on this other side of the trajectory, I feel like do I love my birthday? I think I still do, maybe if the number wasn't attached to it. Well, it's funny, they say that, when when it's your birthday, if you're not happy with the number of your birthday, it's not the number that we're bothered with, it's the state of our existence. You know what I mean? That we're not happy with. So the number is just what adds to it. So it's not the fact that I'm 42, that I'm turning 42. It's just the fact that at 42, I wish I was doing this. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm like, oh, I was hoping that by 42, I would have achieved this, or I would have been here. And that's where the little questions happen. When you're 20 and you turn 20, you're like, oh, I have plenty of time. You know what I mean? I'm just going to be 20. You know what I mean? Well, when you're 42, you're like, oh, you wanted to do this. Are you still working on that? You were hoping to do, are you still working on it? That's where the number becomes a problem for us, humans in general. And I thought that was very fascinating. So I'm like, at 42, am I happy with where I'm at right now? I'm not sure. And do I want to pursue more? I'm not sure. But I'll tell you one thing, it's woken me up to do something. So my bullet journal, new cover, I had it like for a month now, and I set up May very differently this year, this time. So I'm excited about it. So my first, obviously, is the calendar. I like to share when I learn some stuff, right? So obviously your monthly view calendar. And then I got this from Rachel Hollis, from her Start Today line. So I didn't get her Start Today journal, but I'm just going to do with my bullet journal because I like the versatility, So weekly review starts, right? And then what's coming up this week. Okay. So the reflection questions that for the weekly review, and I'm just starting this. So I just ended in April and I'm starting May, and I wanted to really be intentional about my May month. I really want to be intentional. I've been wanting to be intentional for so long, but it's such a hard skill set for me because I just I ride the wave, and I just don't want to ride the wave anymore. As you get older, you get dizzying riding the wave and letting the things happen around you and not having control of what's happening around you. So weekly review, she's like, you write your favorite moments, you write the results that you were hoping to have gotten, and did it actually happen? And if it didn't, why? Just reflection questions, just basically reflect on your week of how it went. And then list out what next week's plans are, and then self-care, things that you want to do to take care of yourself, your goals. And then for the weekly, 3 big deals that you want to achieve for that week. Create a morning routine surrounding that week. So we all have our morning routines, and if you don't, you need to get one, because creating your morning routine is you centering yourself before the world comes and attacks you. And so, but every week looks different depending on how your weeks are. So that's why she left the space around, which I do like that, And then the results, what are the results that you want to achieve that? And then the 5 to strive, which she dedicates in her Girl Stop Apologizing book. She lists 5 hours to pursue your dreams, 5 hours to better yourself. If you don't have 5 hours to improve yourself in a week, so that's 1 hour a day. It's not even 1 hour a day because you get 2 days off. It's 5 hours for how many hours in a week? And if you don't have 1 hour to pursue your best version, to improve yourself, then you don't have a life. You need to get that 1 hour. And I'm sure that 1 hour comes from all the other activities that you've allowed happen. And then a theme song, which she's a big song person. So I was like, I'm going to try the theme song for a bit and see, how that works out. So and then the daily page. So here's some filled ones, right? Here's some filled dailies, but I'm going to show you what my blank one looks like. So I started doing the, let me show you. Here's Fridays. This one's yesterday's. So this is my yesterday's daily, right? And what that is I'll go through this, and then this is the schedule. and then my 5 gratitudes and my 10 dreams. And it's the same 10 dreams over and over again, which I finally smartened up and put it on an index card so that I can just copy it. Instead of kind of flipping. I was flipping it over every day. But now that I have it on the index card, I just place it right on top. And then I just rewrite my 10 dreams after my 5 gratitudes. And the gratitude is great because it's not about what you write. It's more or less of spending your time looking for the things to write about. You know what I mean? And then when you're living in that space, you're just grateful. When you start looking at all the positive things, what you focus on expands. So if I'm looking for the good, I'm going to find the good. And if I find the good, I'm going to keep looking for more good. I'm going to find the good. If you're looking for the bad, you'll find the bad, and you'll keep looking for the bad, and there'll be more bad. You find what you look for. So I've gotten away. I've never left the gratitude, but I've gotten away from the 10 dreams, and I'm so relieved to go back to it. It just feels so much better to center myself and have something to focus on and have something to work towards. So I'm really happy. I've been doing that for like 5 days now, and it just feels really good again to have a GPS map of where I want to go, right? And or what direction I want to take. So she's got the 5 to thrive. She's got 3 results. She calls them results lists. Don't do a to-do list anymore. Just do what are the 3 things that you want to do for the day. And then one that I really like is one thing that you would be proud of, even if that means like, something small like reading to your kid at night. Like, so it's what you've been wanting to do, but you've just been distracted and all the things, and like, what one thing that you could do, small, big or small, that it would make you feel proud that you got through that day. You know what I mean? So I love that. Like this one was like, I spoke to my boss about something that was bothering me. And so that when I finally like had the courage to do that, I was able to check it. I was like, yeah, I'm proud of myself that I got that off my chest. And then an empowering belief and something that would take me off track. And then, of course, there's space for me to write things down. And then I have the schedule. So I'm going to do this for a month and see how this schedule works out for me. The great thing about doing this is I planned it all out for May. So I have all of May ready to go. And then I put towards the back of my thing. So all of May is in this front. And June is here. So that's just for anything that's in the next month. I just want to jot it in real quick. And all of this from now for the rest of the book will just be ideas and thoughts and anything that runs in my mind. All the things that I've learned, I'm just going to collect them all here and put them in towards the end. So that's why I like the bullet journal idea. I just thought I would do it this way, because if I preset my dailies this way, then I'm going to do my thoughts this way. I'm going to try for the month and see how this works. I just got the book Limitless by Jim Quick, hence the title, Be Limitless, by Jim Quick, that I'm super excited about. And basically it's just a book about learning to learn, how to learn, how to learn quickly, how to read faster, how to do all the things, and how to unlock our limits, and our potential. Because our brain is a supercomputer and it's still operating in like old times when we need to, especially with all the digital day and age and everything, and the internet, and our brain is just constantly boggled down by stuff. So I got that going on, creating this pattern using this Awenydd yarn. I had it and then I lost it. So sorry, Tina. But I will practice it a lot more and it will become more natural to me when I get the pattern going and everything. Speaking of patterns, Phoebe dropped last week. I have it over in my closet because I've been wearing it all week. Phoebe dropped last week, so the pattern is in my Galilee Life shop. But also, you can get the pattern for free at savvyskeins.com in her shop. Just when you buy one of her yarns, you can just type in Phoebe at the checkout and you can get the pattern for free with her. So if you're buying from Savvy Skeins on the website. I think she's offering that for the month of May. So go and check that out. It's right on the top of her page in her shop page, savvyskeins.com. So you can get the pattern, Phoebe pattern for free there. The other thing I dropped last week was on Sunday, I came up with the face extenders for your mask. Let me go grab that. No. I had a black and white one. The black one I like because my hair is black, so it looks invisible, but face extenders. So what I did was, face masks don't fit me because of my ears. They don't hold anything. And then these big gigantic cheeks is a challenge to get any face mask to fit. So what I did was I came up with a pattern for an extender, and it's great for beginners, this pattern. But the best part about this pattern is it's completely seamless. So you're like, I was really proud of, because I worked really hard to try to figure out a way where I wanted it very simple and streamlined so that you can make a bunch of these. And I got it down to, I think I can make it in 15 or 12 minutes. So depending on how focused I am. But you basically start off with a double strand chain, and I show you how to do it. It's like 3 yards in, make the slip knot, and then you work the 2 strands up. So that's this side for chain 40, and then you chain 60, right? And then you chain, but the double strand just goes up to about 40, about right here. So then your end like kind of ends, and you just kind of go regular chains the rest of the way. So you kind of use up all the double strand as far as you can go. And then you chain 60 in the middle, and then chain 40 at the end. And how you come back to do the double strand is, this is a mock double, when you just slip stitch your way back. So you get all the way over here. So 40, 60, 40, and then you strand, you slip stitch your way back to this point, because you've put a marker on these 2 spots so that you just remember it quickly. And then you half double crochet back, right, to the stitch marker, which is the 40 point. And then you do 3 half double crochets in that spot, and then you flip it around. So you do 2, and then by the 3rd one, you're going to turn it over, and you do the 3rd one in that same spot, and then you go half double crochet the rest of the way back to meet yourself to this spot, and 2 half double crochets, and then slip stitch into that first half double crochet on the other side when you started it. And it gives you this nice little round nubbin right there, and then the strap kind of folds back like that. And I was just so proud of that design to begin with, because I just wanted something easy and something fluid. And what you do is you just take the strap in between the 2, and let's get the nose. This one, my model's mom made me this mask, right? And then I just adjust it, tie it, and so you can take any mask that doesn't fit you and put it, you know what I mean, and just tie, and it's completely adjustable. I don't even like to wear it like above my ear, it all hurts, so I just wear it like below. Oh, hold on, it's the reflection. I can't get my face right. So, and then, but the best part is when I'm at work so we have to wear it all the time, but like if I'm at my desk, I just take it, like remove it down. But then the fact that I can let it hang is beautiful. So I never have to take it off, and it's always around my neck throughout the day, and then when I have to put it on, I put it on. And I love it. And I've made so many for coworkers, and they love it. So go check out that pattern if you guys need that solution to, or if you know anybody that their face mask doesn't fit them comfortably, go make that for them and gift it to them and enjoy. And it's a great stash buster. So, make a bunch of them. I don't care if you sell them. I don't care if you share them. I don't care what you do with them. That was my way of contributing to what the crazy is going on. Because I debated on whether I was going to turn on Matilda and try to make face masks, but I did, and I spent 2 hours, and I was like, oh my God, Matilda, you're just frustrating me. So I was like, forget it. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I will create a face mask pattern for crocheters, and you'll just line it with cotton underneath, but I'll show you a simple way to line it, and it's just quick hand stitching. And in my head, I'm designing the strap right now, of course, for it to be adjustable because of, you know, what God gave me. So yeah, so that's that. All right, so I think I'm gonna wrap up. It's been fun chatting with myself. I hope you guys watch the replay, and if you guys are watching the replay, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, share. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful weekend and enjoy. Like I said, it's beautiful now, so I'm going to do a little cleaning. I'm going to wait for John to get ready, and then he's probably going to want to go out with the dogs and enjoy this beautiful sunshine. I'm going to have to go shopping, so that should be fun. And I'm going to get some ingredients to make chocolate chip cookies for my little cousin who is home with COVID-19. You know, oh, I said the C word. Yelts. Hopefully, maybe the thing didn't. Maybe it wouldn't register, and YouTube will still like me. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah. So that's that. Okay, guys. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful week, and join us on Monday Morning Motivation with Navies and Sarah. Navies from the founder of Galilee Life, and Sarah from Pampered Treasures, and it's going to be a fun time. I'm really, really excited about our Monday Morning Motivation with the three of us, and it's going to be 30 minutes. And since Navies is very good with her time, she'll actually keep that time, so Sarah and I can't go out of bounds and tend to go over like we usually do. Monday Morning Motivation is supposed to only be 30 minutes, but somehow Sarah and I make it into an hour every single time. And I don't know how we do it, but we do. And so it is only limited to 30 minutes. And then Sarah takes that and turns it into a podcast. So if you guys are podcast listeners, go check out Sarah's podcast of Monday Morning Motivation. So until then, and because my birthday will be on Monday, you might not recognize me. So I'm just going to give you a forewarning. You might not recognize me on Monday because I will be a brand new person by then with a brand new age. God bless, guys. Bye.